with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down 2 minutes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Here's Dobbins. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. On the move to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They go play action with Jackson, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones from 17 yards out. And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
A big run there by Jones. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Escaping the pressure right.
A check down here to Jones.
Sheds him off at the 45. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
120 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan.
Touchdown!
Robert Tonyan.
32 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
The Ravens take over a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 36 yards.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right.
Looking for Bateman. He's got it complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That is definitely what we call a defensive uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a one-point lead. They didn't want the tie. They rolled the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 137 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Running right, Jones. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action with Jackson. On the move to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Rodgers on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down and much more here for Jones. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Boy, 203 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson out to his left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Steps away. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territories. They need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off?